Welcome to Buddha's Way, the disciple who questioned Buddha. In the stillness of dawn, as birds whispered secrets to the wind and monks walked barefoot on dewy grass, Buddha sat beneath the Bodhi tree, his eyes half closed, his presence as calm as the silent river behind him. Disciples gathered every morning to hear him speak, to soak in the truth he shared like parched earth drinking the monsoon. But among them sat a young man named Aaryak. He was unlike the others. Where the others bowed in silence, Aaryak raised his eyes. Where the others accepted, he doubted. He was not irreverent, but restless. One morning, as Buddha spoke of detachment, Aaryak interrupted. His voice was steady but honest. "Master," he said, "what if you're wrong?" The crowd gasped. Some monks stood up in shock, a disciple questioning the enlightened one. But Buddha opened his eyes slowly, and instead of anger, a smile blossomed on his face. "Why do you ask, Aaryak?" he said gently. Aaryak stood. "Because I want to believe, not just follow. If I do not question, how will I know whether this truth is yours or mine?" There was silence in the grove, but it wasn't uncomfortable. It was alive. Buddha nodded. "Then you are ready to begin." That day, the others heard a teaching that would change their lives. Buddha told the story of a poisoned arrow. "Suppose a man is struck with a poisoned arrow," he began, "and his friends and family take him to a doctor. Imagine if he refuses treatment until he finds out who shot the arrow, what wood it was made from, what kind of feathers were used. By the time he gets his answers, he will die. Similarly, people delay their liberation because they chase questions that don't heal. But a wise man questions only to discover, not to delay. A true seeker like you, Aaryak, asks to remove the arrow." Aaryak's eyes welled up, not out of guilt but from relief. His questioning was not disobedience, it was the first step to truth. In the following weeks, Buddha gave Aaryak no answers, but something more powerful. He gave him experiments. When Aaryak questioned the idea of detachment, Buddha told him to live 1 week with a farmer who had lost his only son. When Aaryak doubted meditation, Buddha asked him to sit by a waterfall and observe his mind for 7 days. When Aaryak said, "There is no proof of karma," Buddha asked him to care for an ill stranger with compassion and see what returned. Each time, Aaryak returned transformed. His doubts dissolved not because someone answered them, but because he lived through them. One evening, years later, as the sun bled orange into the sky, Aaryak sat beside Buddha under the same Bodhi tree. He had become a teacher himself, calm, compassionate, fearless. Not because he copied Buddha, but because he understood him. "Master," Aaryak said softly, "you never gave me answers." Buddha smiled again. "You never needed them," he said. "You only needed courage to ask the right questions and the strength to walk toward the answers yourself." From that day forward, people came from far and wide not only to hear Buddha, but to learn from the disciple who once questioned him. And the greatest lesson Aaryak taught was this: do not follow blindly, not even the Buddha. Ask, explore, fall, rise. Truth that is borrowed is never yours. Truth you discover never leaves you. Thank you for watching Buddha's Way. If this story inspired you, please like, comment, and share with those seeking truth. Don't forget to subscribe for more life-changing stories from the path of wisdom and courage.